Welcome to my first live stream. I have never done this before on YouTube, so this is going to be a new challenge, an experiment, and we're going to give it a try, and hopefully might be something that I do in the future. What I wanted to do was to do the November-December catalog launch, and I thought I would do it live as something different and unique versus recording it. So as you can see behind me is my workspace. It's my office space, my workspace, and it is quite a mess. Don't judge. I have a very small space and have to do a lot of different things in this very, very small space. So anyway, what I have is this box here full of goodies from the newest catalog that we have that launched today. And that catalog is, and I of course have now misplaced it somewhere on my desk here. That catalog is the November-December catalog, which has, I'll just pull it out of my box. I know I have it around here somewhere in my messy office, but this is the newest catalog. It is live on my website, so you can go there now to take a look at it and see all of the details. But I thought it would be fun to kind of walk through what's in this catalog live and see what I've gotten. I will say that I have probably bought the majority of this catalog, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it is definitely a catalog that I found a lot of really great stuff in that I'm going to actually use for the holiday season. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch you over to my desktop, and we're going to start taking a look at what is in that big box that I just showed you and walk through some of the great items that are in this catalog. So let's do a quick switch here. All right. So as I said, this is the most current catalog. And it is, again, set up very similar to the last catalog where we've got sections in the front with some specials or some the cut aboves. We have our two different paper packs, which is Silver Bells and Evergreen. And then we have our stamp sets in the back. So we're going to kind of walk through some of those things out of this box that you can see here. Hopefully you guys have a good picture. Again, I'm going to be watching for comments, but my computer is behind me, so I can't actually see the comments until I turn around, so I do apologize for that. But as you can see, this box is really quite full of a lot of things. So I'm going to move this off to the side, and we're going to pull some of the things out that are part of this box. And I'm going to start with the Silver Bells items here, because that is the first paper pack. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to start with the cut above kit first. So the cut above kit and the is brand new for this month. So remember, cut aboves we used to have a subscription for, and the cut aboves are simple ways that you can create scrapbook pages quickly and easily pre-designed, and you can modify these. These you can either use directly as they are, or you can modify them. And there are two holiday themed cut aboves that came, which I thought were really cool. And again, the cut aboves, I love them for the simplicity to create something very quick. With these kits, everything is pre-designed for you. The papers are pre-printed, and then you have a bunch of stickers that come with it. And so these are the stickers for this 2-month period. You get the papers and the page protectors, as well as the die cuts. So and the photo placeholders as well. So these are the die cuts. Again, some really great easy to use die cuts. And then this is layout number 2. Really fun holiday layout that you could actually use also for snow pictures. And then this layout probably goes like this, is a little bit more generic. You could probably use this for something other than Christmas if you wanted to. So again, two really great, easy layouts to get 4 pages made up very, very quickly with our cut above kits. And so I'm going to do my best this 2-month period to maybe show you how to use these in a new way, or in a modifying them to make them sort of stepped up another level. So it's one of my goals, is to take a look at that. All right, so that is the new cut above. And then we have our 2 new paper packs, or 2 new paper collections, which are, as I said, Silver Bells and the Evergreen. As with all of our paper collections, there are layout, a scrapbooking workshop and a card making workshop, both of which are workshops that are put together by close to my heart and allow you to follow those instructions and build those. With the scrapbooking, you get not only the sticker sheet, but you also get some bonus pieces. So this is the beautiful silver and gold sticker sheet for the cut up for the Silver Bells. Really, hopefully this is showing up so that you can see it. I might turn another light on here. See if I can get a little bit more light on my page here, and that might help a little bit. So again, really pretty silver and gold coppery colors. And then the papers are, again, that same theme, and double-sided. So the other side is a smaller ornament, the bigger ornaments on that, and then the beautiful filigree zip strip there. So the colors on this are charcoal, linen, mink, toffee, and white daisy. Paper number 2, a great stripe, and then a very small patterned flower or star. And then paper number 3 is this beautiful, I just love this color. I just think this is gorgeous. This gray and white, it's just so pretty. And then on the other side is like strings of pearls or things like that. So those are the papers that are part of Silver Bells. On the workshop for the scrapbooking, you, as I said, get some specialty papers. So the specialty paper in this one is this, again, really light grayish color. I think this is probably, are they calling this, this might be mink. It looks too light to be charcoal, but I think mink is the more gray. So this must be a lighter version of charcoal with the stars on it. And I just think that's gorgeous. On the specialty paper, they are just one-sided. So the other side is just white. But you get 2 pieces of that star paper. You get 2 different pieces of patterned paper. Again, one is more of a diamonds paper. And then this is, again, sort of a star flower type of paper. Really, really cool. And then you get a specialty die cut pieces that go with this kit. So you get these extra die cuts that you don't get if you just buy the paper and the sticker sheet. So again, some really fun die cuts that are going to make some beautiful, beautiful layouts. Again, with our workshops that are part of the catalog, you will get the layout guide. And so these are the 3 layouts that are part of that. And I always find that there is enough paper and dies left over that I can get a 3rd or sometimes a 4th layout out of it. You also get the Silver Bell dots as part of this, and these are just gorgeous. I love these. Look at those. Look at those colors. Oh my gosh, the sparkle. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So those, I actually bought a bunch of extra ones of these because I thought that they were just fabulous. And then in addition, you get the solid cardstock, which is going to be your white, your charcoal, your mink, and your toffee. So that's all that's part of the scrapbooking workshop that you can buy. And like I said, I just think that this particular workshop is just absolutely gorgeous. It's got to be one of my favorites that I've seen lately. Okay, so that's the scrapbooking for Silver Bells. The card making workshop, you get a stamp and die cut set that is not available any other way. So the only way you can get this particular stamp and die cut is by buying the card making workshop. So that is really important to understand. You cannot buy this separately. So the fun thing about this one is that you have a number of sentiments. Christmas bells are ringing. May the wonder of the season always be with you. Happy holidays. May your days be bright. Really great sentiments. And then you have these great usable dies to create bells and ribbons, leaves. They got a little topper to go on top of your ornament. So again, really great set. I expect that this particular card making set will sell out. So I'm making a prediction. Don't know if it's going to be the case, but I think when you look at the 4 cards that are part of this kit, I think people are really going to say those look beautiful and they're going to want to make these. So again, these are the 4 cards, and you get the papers, all the papers that you need to create them. The paper is slightly different than what's in the scrapbooking. You get the smaller ornaments on one side, and then on the other side you have, again, what I'm calling strings of pearls going across. So that's a little bit different than the other paper, but that's what is part of the card making. Again, you get some gems, different gems this time. You just get the glitter gems, the silver glitter gems, and then you get all the cards and card bases that you need. So again, I'm predicting that this one is going to go fast. I think that the colors are just so classic and just so they're classic, but they're also glamorous, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So that's the 2 kits that are part of Silver Bells. So let's move over to the kits for Evergreen, which is this second kit, or second paper collection. Evergreen is very different. It's more in the greens and is more of a wintry theme. Little less holiday, I would say. It's not that it's not holiday, but it's a little less obvious holiday, I guess, is the best way to explain it. So again, the 3 layouts that you get are, again, very detailed, and the information, again, to create all these are part of this kit. And you have the stickers that come with it. Again, just love these stickers. I think they're just gorgeous. I like the greens in this one in particular. The paper, the first paper is going to be the pine cones and branches. And then on the other side of that, you're going to have a variation of the branches in snowflakes, turning into snowflakes and things like that. And then this wood grain zip strip. The second one is more slightly different, right? It's musical notes. And then on the other side is this mink plaid. And again, the colors on this one are acorn, black, French vanilla, mink, mocha, pine, sage, and shortbread. These 2 paper packets, I think, will mix and coordinate gorgeous. They'll be gorgeous together because there's just a lot of similar colors that you can play off of. And then the last standard paper is the dots, and then on the other side are the dark green, the pine, as with leaves on it, with the stripe zip strip. So those are the papers that you get as part of Evergreen. And then the additional papers that you get in this workshop kit is this 2 pages of this lighter green color. I'm thinking this is going to be sage, and it's got like, it's hard to see, but it's like these fans of branches that are going out sort of in an upward angular direction. So I'm not sure if you can see that. And then the second is just like this striped wash on the mink paper, so the white stripe wash. So again, that's the second specialty paper. And then the die cuts here. So we've got some of those circles and scallops, as well as a bunch of other die cuts that are part of this. And then you also get a sampling of the die cut pieces that are part of the standard kit. So that with the cardstock, again, pine, French vanilla, and that's rosemary. And then what are we calling that one? That's mocha? No, that's not mocha. Not sure what color that is. Acorn, maybe? That might be acorn, I think, for that one. All right, so that is the scrapbooking workshop, that using evergreen as its paper pack. And let's see if we can get these all back in here nice and neat so I don't lose track of anything. And then we'll take a look at the card making workshop as the second one. Just seeing if anyone's made any comments. Nope, nothing there. Okay, so again, card making workshop for evergreen. It's got its own stamp set. This is going to be great for some cards like Noel and Merry, and then Little Christmas, Warm Winter, Holidays, May Your Days Be Bright, Wishes, and then the acorn and the branch. So again, this is another one that I have a feeling will definitely move quickly as far as a kit goes, because of all these great sayings, but also you get this branch, and you've got the acorn, not the acorn, the pine cone thin cut in this one that can be used for lots of different scenes, whether or not it's holiday, winter, or even anything having to do with the outdoors. So I think that's going to be another big one. You get pine shimmer trim in this one, and then the cards are again great holiday cards. Warm Winter Wishes, Noel, Merry Christmas, May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. I mean, I just think these are going to be so fun to make. The paper is, again, like I said, a little bit different when you get them in the card kit. It's taking 2 patterns from the standard paper and putting them together. So again, the boughs, the pine cones and boughs and leaves and things, and then that dark green leaf background. All right, so those are the 2 big kits that are part of today's launch. Yay. And I do think that, like I said, I haven't seen a particular catalog that's had so many things in it that I think people are going to really gravitate to. But I think both of these are knock out of the park kind of kits. Both, again, the Silver Bells paper and the Silver Bells kits, but just the stamp sets that are also going with them. So hopefully you can kind of see those side by side and how they look. All right, I did buy some extra paper as well, so I knew I was going to use that evergreen because I just loved all of those greens. Okay, so the next thing that I want to bring out is the mix-ins. So the mix-ins for November and December, this is the second set of papers, obviously, that are part of our catalogs every time. And these mix-ins are meant to go with the kits that are part of that catalog. So again, very usable patterns that can be mixed in with the 2 paper packs that we just looked at. So we've got a wood grain here. Again, we've got some matching colors as far as the greens and the grays, as well as you've added a little bit more red here with desert rose. So really great colors there. And then if we flip it over to the other side, again, I can see that these can mix in really easily with any of those 2 kits that we just looked at. So great patterns, really neutral. You can use them with them, or you can use them separately as part of any card making or scrapbooks that you are making. All right, so that takes us through a lot of the paper that I had gotten. So now we're going to move into some of the other things that are part of this catalog that I also bought. And so I'm going to just pull out a bunch of things that are here so that we can talk about those. All right, I think I got everything out of there. Okay, like I said, I bought a whole bunch of these dots. Okay, I just love them. I can see these being used in lots of different ways. So a bunch of those Silver Bells dots. The other stamps that I got were the Silver Bells and the Evergreen, the Silver Bells scrapbooking, the Evergreen card making, and then I also have I'm just trying to see if I got that handy. I have you probably can't hear me because I'm under my desk where I have a lot of things. I have the Silver Bells card making as well that I got as part of the launch. So I do have both Silver Bells scrapbooking card making, and then I have the Evergreen card making as well. Oops, things are falling off. Move those over. Again, these are die cuts as well. I think these are going to be super usable. A December to Remember, Noel, Jingle All the Way, 'Tis the Season, and then Holiday Memories. Again, all of those, you can see everything with the blue outline. Every one of these things, except for this little piece down here, has a die cut that goes with it. So I just think that's going to be super usable. On the Evergreen side, these branches, you can tuck in and create layers and create wreaths and do all sorts of fun things. You've got holly berries here too. Season's greetings, good tidings and great cheer, peace and joy, warm winter wishes. Again, I think make up some really great cards. So that are additional Stampin' Thin cuts that are part of both of those kits. So just to turn to those pages so that you can see them here. So I went too far. So the card making one that I have somewhere here in my office, this is again going to make some of those beautiful, gorgeous, glamorous cards using the card making, Silver Bells card making. Again, an example of the Silver Bells scrapbooking there. And then for the Evergreen, the card making, these cards are just so gorgeous. I think they're just great. Can't wait to try and recreate those. And then the scrapbooking one has got the church, and again, some more bows, joy, and seasons and blessings. So again, good one to have if you have those kinds of things. But I kind of stuck with the card making one, figuring I could use it in the similar way with the as it's being used on the scrapbooking page. All right, so now let's talk about the other goodies that are also part of this particular catalog. So when you get to this page, it kind of gives you a overview of what you're going to see moving forward. And so we have a bunch of different stamp sets and stamp sets and thin cuts that are part of this. So to start with is this stamp set, Warmest Greetings card front. So they have it exampled over here with a bunch of different things, but I just thought, oh, that's just a gorgeous background stamp. Like, this can be used for lots of different things. And then you've got this great die cut that's a scallop, which I'm always looking for something that I can die cut a sentiment with, so that it's not just a straight block. And so I thought that was an absolutely great die cut to have. And then again, some great sayings that go along with it. In addition, there are these die cuts that are part of this kit. So I got Christmas Wishes and Merry and Bright. I already had a 'Tis the Season. I might still get that one, but because I already had a 'Tis the Season, I went with the Christmas Wishes and Merry and Bright. And again, you can see how they're used on these particular cards. So again, another really great thing for my my card workshops that I do at the holidays, where I am making up a bunch of cards for my ladies to come and put together cards for the holidays. So really excited to work with those. This is a stencil and a card and a stamp to make this beautiful holly stamp. I did not get this one in particular, but again, it is beautiful and uses the stencils to do the coloring on the actual stamp itself. So that's kind of a fun way to get color quickly without having to do all the hand coloring. The next page is, again, more holiday stamps. We've got a great Hanukkah stamp set up here. I think that's actually a really, really nice combination of icons and sayings for Hanukkah, so that's great. Again, we've got a couple more word stamps here, and then we have the nativity scene, which has this die cut that is creating these buildings. So that's unusual. We haven't done something like that before in a while. And then we have all of the characters. So this one I have on the way, but it wasn't one that I purchased right away. So this is on its way to me, but I don't have it yet. Again, we're using the stamp and stencils as another way to do the Christmas cardinal, with sending Christmas cheer, making your heart sing, holding you in my heart, all of that. And then using the stencil as a way to color, one way that you can color in that cardinal. The Parisian floral stamps goes back to something that we did as a stamp of the month a couple of months ago that people were really excited about. So this is more generic, right? Doesn't necessarily invoke holiday or anything like that. You could make it holiday, but it doesn't have to be. So that's kind of a fun type of stamp that you could add to your collection. This next one is you can buy as a bundle. So this is a stamp set. This is a thin cut that's a nested thin cut, and then you have the stencils that will go with these. And you have a variety of different cards over here. So when you buy it as a bundle, it comes with all the pieces together. Now, right now, I know that the thin cuts are coming in November. I think that's the one that's the one that's gonna make this bundle not available right now. You can buy them individually, but generally when you buy them as a bundle, you get a little bit of a better price. The thin cut, the nested thin cut, that's going to be useful in all sorts of ways. Things that you wouldn't even think about from a tree perspective. So just having triangles, anything you have a basic shape like this can really be very useful when you're trying to create some interesting cards or things that need a die cut of that shape. Again, the stamps are, again, all sorts of different patterns to create some really cool trees. And then lastly, you have the ability to take the stencils, and there's 2 stencils in here, to stencil on top of the dies that you might use, right? So you might use the dies to use the stamp set with, or you might use the stencils. So one is just a stencil, right? There's no lines, it's just different sized trees. and hopefully you can see that as I've got my arm underneath it. And then the other stencil is got patterns on it. So you've got different patterns on this stencil. Now this one I definitely would be careful with because there's lots of loose edges when you're using it. So this is a stencil I would be very gentle with because of that. But hopefully you can see, you can get a lot of really great patterns out of that in addition to the patterns that are part of the stamp set. So this one I'm excited, and I really do like some of the cards that they've actually shown and the scrapbook layout that they've shown for this. So if we just take a look at that over here, you know, this card is really straightforward, right? It's really simple. It's just some colored cardstock, a little bit of sponging, and stamping. Really simple. This one too. I like this one. May your season sparkle. Really great. And then look at how they created the trees as the background on the paper, and then use the thin cut and the stamps to layer those trees on top for that layout. Again, I think really, really useful. This is another one I think is going to go fast. All right, so then we get into some fun ones. Let's get, you know, into the holiday spirit with some really fun ones. So this one here, Happy Paw Days. Oh my gosh. The cat is just so funny, looking so upset. But this little gerbil or hamster here is so cute. Really, just some really cute stamps that you can decorate cards with to have some fun cards. You've got Naughty or Nice, Happy Holidays, Christmas Morning, Bah Humbug. Again, you can kind of play around with that, and then obviously the dies. So, I mean, they're pretty good size characters that are part of these dies. And then some examples over here, like the Slimline card. That's really cute. I really like the Happy Paw Days. And then, you know, seeing them again up here on this layout is really cute. Using the ornament here at the top, love that. Think that's a great use of that ornament. The top one, Snow Buddy Likes You. Again, this is one that I have on order that hasn't arrived yet. It comes tomorrow. And you can see some really cute ways of using that on cards as well. So again, just a little bit more winter style versus maybe holiday, but you can certainly mix and match. All right, so then we have our snowflakes and our stencils and embossing folder. So our stencil and embossing folder is what I've got. I've got a bunch of snowflakes already in my stash, so I opted not to get this one, but I did end up getting the embossing folder and the stencil that goes with it. So again, you would be able to take this embossing folder and then layer these stencils on top of it so that you can you can color those in, and you can see some examples of that over here on the left hand side where they've done they've done the embossing and then they've taken the stencil and overlaid it on top to color in those particular shapes. So again, you can overlay those on that embossing folder. Again, really, really fun. Really like this one a lot. And I do think, again, the embossing folder itself can be bought separately. You don't have to buy it as a bundle. This does come, I'm just looking to see, the embossing folder and stencil comes as a bundle, not with the stamp set. So you can buy this as a bundle and then this separately. I do think this is another one that's going to go quickly because I can imagine that this embossing folder is just really, really fun, and I think can be very usable in lots of different scenarios. All right, the next one is Winter Wonderland, which is again a girl snowboarding, skating, skiing, sledding, all of those great things that we do if you live in a cold climate, which I don't. It takes me 8 hours to get to the snow in most cases with my where I live. So I don't tend to go to the snow very often, but we do have some snow pictures. And so that's the, that's for that, hopefully, environment. And again, I didn't pull out my stamp set. I have that one too, but I don't see it here handy. So the stamp of the month for November, God, it's hard to believe it's November 1st already, is this happy stamp set. Happy everything, happy holidays, happy thoughts, happy retirement, happy anniversary, happy new year. You make me so happy. Happy birthday. Sending you happy thoughts, right? So again, this is a really good sort of generic stamp that allows you to create titles, add to cards. Really great to pull out and use and have it as a versatile stamp that you can use. Plus you've got some really great icons. Remember, stamp of the month, if you order $50 worth of product and you are not a VIP, it's $5 for the stamp. So it's a great price when you order $50. If you don't order $50, then it's $19.95. But $50, you get this stamp for $5. Okay, so really, really great price. If you're a VIP, you get this for free if you order $50 worth of product. So if you order $50 worth of product, you get the stamp of the month that month. No, you just have to add it to your cart and it will be sent to you. So again, really great price for just a really universal stamp set. Actually, that isn't the stamp of the month. I'm sorry. I thought I was on the stamp of the month. Okay, so this is just a generic stamp set. I apologize. I thought this was the stamp of the month. This is just a generic stamp set. So ignore all of that. When we get to the stamp of the month, I'll repeat it. But again, really basic stamp set that is nice to have when you're looking to put all the sentiments on. All right, national park patches. Again, this is one I have on order. These are some of the national parks throughout the United States, and it's great to, be able to identify them when you visited them. There's a bunch of them here. You do get one die cut because the patches are essentially all the same. And if you are on a tour of the United States and going to all of our national parks, this is a great Western national park patches that you can add to your layouts, as you can see here. So I think those are actually quite fun. All right, so the next stamp set is again a little bit more generic. So you see we have a few more generic stamps that aren't necessarily theme related to the holidays or to fall or winter. And this one is check this out. Again, this is more like us old timers who had to go to the library and get our books stamped, whether it was the school library or the regular library where we had to check it out and we had a specific date. So again, you get 2 thin cuts to mimic that pocket and the record that you can then add to your school pages or add to kids' pages to document things that were important at that time. All right, thankful. This is the one I was thinking. Thank you and happy got mixed up. So this is the stamp of the month for November. Again, same idea as the happy. It is a bunch of thanks and thankful phrases and sayings. Thank you, a bunch. Thanks, thankful, gratitude. Thank you for your friendship, for the friendship we share. So much for all you do. Thanks so much for all you do. Thankful, grateful, blessed. You are in my life. All the ways you brighten my life. Again, they've used it on a scrapbook page where they've created a word collage and built it down, but obviously these would be great also on any card that you would make that you were saying thank you to somebody. Again, the stamp of the month, if you spend $50, this will be available to you at a $5 price point. If you are a VIP, you get this stamp for free if you spend $50. So really great value if you're going to be spending money on this catalog. December's stamp of the month is this wonderful snow globe set. and I'm just in love with this one too. So because I'm a maker, I get this ahead of time, and so I get to play with it. But I just love these characters, these scenes that they've put in these snow globes. And again, you get with this one, you have the option. Now, you don't have to do this. You can just get the stamp set. Again, for the $5 after you spend $50, so you would just get the stamps here, and you would not get any thin cuts. So you would just get these stamps. These are really easy to cut out. These shapes are not difficult to cut out. You could hand cut them and just spend the $5, or get it for free if you're a VIP spending $50. But if you want, you can upgrade this particular stamp of the month to get these die cuts. I think these die cuts are worth it because, again, they're pretty general shapes. Like, I think I could use this as a jar. Instead of being upside down, right side up, it can be used as a jar. Again, I can see other things that these can be used for. And when we have a stamp of the month that has a die set, you pay the $5 for the stamp, and then you pay however much the thin cuts cost. So in this case, it would be $21.95 to get the stamp and the dies. You do have to pay full price for the dies. You get the stamp and the dies for $21.95. And I think that's a great deal. If you're a VIP, you also spend $21.95, I believe. I don't think there's a price difference there. So I can double check that if anyone has questions on that. I can't remember for sure. But again, I think that is an absolutely fabulous little die set to make some beautiful cards as you see in these examples. All right, so that is the catalog. And I hope to get a number of these on my calendar to make up some of these wonderful... Sorry, I'm picking some stuff off my floor. Making some wonderful cards and scrapbook pages with these new papers that I think are just absolutely fabulous. And these stamp sets. Like I said, I think I've bought at least 3/4 of this catalog here, and there's a few more things on their way that I have yet to receive. So anyway, hopefully that gave you a good idea of this 2-month period catalog, and that if you like this format, just let me know. I'll be happy to do lives in the future for catalog launches versus recordings. All right, everyone, have a great afternoon, and I will see you on the next video.